السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. We continue, inshallah, today explaining what has to do with the first chapter. And we would appreciate if everyone, inshallah ta'ala, concentrates and suffices with what is given, without asking for more details. Rather, just asking for confusions on what is given. This is number one. Number two, inshallah, we will not be responsible for any lateness that occurs, especially when the explanation is asked to be repeated. And that is actually not of the manners of a student of knowledge, that he comes or she comes late into the class and then he or she asks for something to be repeated. And this goes to all. This is not to someone in particular. This goes to all students. Also, inshallah, each and every one of you should make sure that all the utilities he is using for his laptop or his PC are working well, so that if there is an interruption or a sound break, it is avoided. واضح بارك الله فيكم. Because we cannot afford the time to repeat for such reasons. But the repeating is only for the sake of those who did not understand. Okay? The last, inshallah, point I would like to mention, with much respect to everyone in here, is that the questions are left as much as possible to the end of the class, because interrupting the explanation with questions has more disadvantages than it has an advantage. Or it might have the advantage of getting the question answered, but there is always the disadvantage of the possibility of the teacher losing what he was about to mention. And also, the questions are usually answered throughout the class. In most cases, the student does not ask a question except that later in the class there will be the answer to it. This is why the best way is to wait until the class is finished, then to ask, inshallah, what was not understood, except if it was for the sake of repeating what is not understood during the class. Then that is no problem. It could be repeated for that. The class could be interrupted for such a cause. Putting in mind that the teacher in both cases should not be interrupted, but you should try your best to wait until the teacher finishes his point at least before you ask him to repeat whatever you want to repeat. So it is not of the manners of the student of knowledge in any case, whether he is allowed to ask during the class or not, to not let the teacher finish his point. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to beautify us with knowledge and with implementing it, and teach us what benefits us and benefit us from what he teaches us and increases us in knowledge. واضح? So as we said again, if you are late, and again this is not directed to anyone in particular, then do not put the lateness on the teacher's back and ask him to repeat. واضح؟ بارك الله فيكم. طيب. Now please pay attention. نعم إن شاء الله. Chapter 1. أفعل يفعل إفعال. We already took this. أفعل is the ماض, يفعل is the مضارع, إفعال is the مصدر. And we said that there's a difference here in those chapters in general. The 3 plus verbs are different from the 3-letter verbs from certain aspects. The first aspect that we have taken is what? Is that the ain, what's wrong with the ain here? In those chapters, the ain is what? The ain is fixed on one haraka. Yani, it does not take one of 3 possibilities. Rather, it takes only one possibility. واضح؟ بارك الله فيكم. Second point is in the 3 plus 1 verbs, particularly, the haraka of the mudari' is what? Is a dhamma instead of a fatha. Is a dhamma instead of a fatha. Number 3, that here in those chapters, I mean the 3 plus chapters, we have what mentioned? We have the masdar mentioned, which is the verbal noun. Why is that? Because here the verbal nouns are fixed upon one form, unlike the 3-letter verbs. They don't have a fixed what? A fixed masdar. Rather, the masdar varies there. واضح? Clear? طيب. Now listen carefully, barakallahu feekum. We said that this chapter comes to imply several meanings. Yani it is used for several meanings. Or you might say several purposes or objectives. What does this mean? Pay attention carefully. This means that you are to bring the 3-letter verb فعل or فعل or فعل or root letters in general طيب. Sound is clear? This is the first cut in connection. We hope that it doesn't happen again, as it happened before several times. Now, على كل حال. This means that you are to bring the 3-letter verb فعل or any root letters in general to a chapter where it is increased a letter or 2 or 3 to use a meaning along with what the root letter implies of meanings. Is this clear? Of course, this we will explain, inshallah. We will explain now. Okay? Now you have a 3-letter verb, okay? Or you have 3 root letters, okay? Now you bring that 3-letter verb or those 3 root letters and you increase it a letter. For example, you bring it on the scale of fa'ala. يعني you build أفعل, sorry, the scale of أفعل. You build أفعل from those 3 letters. Okay? Or you might add 2 extra letters or 3, as we have clarified before. Because the additions, okay, they could go from 1 letter to 3 letters. Until here is understood? Okay? Now, why do you bring such verbs and you build them, or you build from them a verb with extra letters? Why? Here, it says here, to use, pay attention to what it says here, to use a meaning along with what the root letter implies of meanings. Okay? For example, you have kharaja. The example will clarify what is meant. Okay? So pay attention to the example closely. You have kharaja. What does kharaja mean? Kharaja means coming out. Coming out. Okay? Yani kharaja means he went out. Kharaja means he went out. No, not he exited. He went out. Better, more general. Because exiting is a form of coming out. And kharaja is not only used for exiting, but it is used for anything which comes out from anywhere. Like kharaj al-ma'u. Do you say the water exited? No. واضح? Like kharaja for example, al-dhahabu. Do you say the gold exited? No, you don't say exited. So kharaja means what? He went out, or it went out, or he came out, or it came out. واضح? Okay, until here is good? Now, listen carefully. Now, if one would like to express making go out instead of going out. Did you get this one? Yeah, and instead of saying he went out, okay, I would like to say, instead of saying he went out, I would like to say what? He made someone go out. Or he made something come out. Got it? So here I have the meaning of the root letters. What is the meaning of those root letters? The kha and the ra and the jim? Coming out. That's the meaning. The meaning of coming out is there. Okay? And I want to use that meaning, which is coming out, with another meaning. I want to combine 2 meanings. The meaning of making plus the meaning of what? Coming out. Okay? So instead of the verb without additions implying coming out, I put an addition to include a meaning to that basic meaning. You understand? Take it this way, and this is actually a principle. The increase in the formation implies an increase in information. Nicely put. the increase in letters implies increase in meanings. Okay? يعني, why would I increase a letter? To give you an extra meaning. Understand? It makes sense. It's logical. واضح? There's no more logical language than Arabic. Why I add a letter? To add a meaning. Okay? Why an extra letter? For the sake of implying an extra meaning. So increase in letters implies increase in meanings. Understand? Or if you may, you say the increase in the formation implies the increase in the information. واضح؟ يعني it informs you that there is something more to it than the three-letter verb. Understand, barakallahu fikum? Now pay attention closely again. So, instead of me saying, I want to say, instead of saying, he went out, no, I want to say, he made someone go out. Listen, witness the beauty of Arabic and the power of this language. Witness it. Okay? I don't have to say, he made someone go out. I just add one letter to the verb, and it will give me all that meaning. Not two verbs, one verb. But I just, there's a word for it. Upgrade it. Or no, there's a word for upgrading in how it looks. Modify, yes, modify, yes. Okay? So once again, for the sake of the student who wanted me to explain once again. So please pay attention. Okay? طيب. Pay attention. Now, there's a verb, three-letter verb. All three-letter verbs, they give you the meaning. Okay? So kharaja means what? Means he went out. Abada means what? Abada. He worshipped. Okay. Kataba means what? He wrote. Beautiful. Understand? Okay. Now, see. If I want to say, for example, if I want to say adding words, not adding letters to verbs, but adding words. If I wanted to say what? If I wanted to say, he made him go out, I would have said this. جعله يخرج. يعني he made him go out. Okay? I don't have to add all those words in Arabic. There's a way, a very concise way to do it. How is that? Is that I convert kharaja into the scale of af'ala, to embed and include the meaning of making. Understand? So, see, it says here, see, if one would like to express making go out instead of going out, all he needs to do is convert kharaja to af'ala. Is convert kharaja to af'ala. Then, instead of the verb meaning he went out, before the increasing of the hamza, it would now mean after the increase, he made go out. So, build for me af'ala from kharaja. How would you say it? أخرج. No, not إخراج. إخراج is the verbal noun. But I wanted a verb. إخراج is the verbal noun. أخرج. Very good. والله أخرجكم من بطون أمهاتكم. And Allah caused you to come out from your mother's wombs. واضح? See? Now instead of saying he made go out in English, no, in Arabic we just add a letter and it will give that meaning. Understand? واضح بارك الله فيكم? So here we can see that one of the meanings, typo, one of the meanings which أفعل is used for is what? Making. That's basically the homework you were doing. Okay? Make do. Make it short and nice. Instead of do, make do. يعني it's like you're adding a word to the sentence. By that hamza which you have added, it's like you have added a word to the sentence without adding that word. Does that make sense? Yani you have made the listener understand a word which you did not mention. You just added a hamza and he understood that you meant making someone do, not doing. Not the actual doing, not just the mere doing, but maybe someone do it. Understand, barakallahu feekum? Okay, let me give you other examples. Okay, from other chapters, just to know the whole idea of this, because this is what we're going to do mostly in phase 2. Okay, you say, for example, he killed. Qatala. Qatala, what does it mean? فطوعت له نفسه قتل أخيه فقتله. قتل means he killed. Okay? Now, listen carefully. Listen carefully. Instead of me saying he killed, I don't want to say he killed. Now, قتل, it has that meaning of killing in it, right? Yani that verb, does it have the meaning killing? Killing inside it, inside that word? Yes, it does. Okay, I want to include in that word that not just there's the meaning of killing, there's also the meaning of many. Yani he killed a lot. He did not just kill once, but he killed a lot. Okay? Basically, I want to include the meaning of multiplicity. Okay? So, look at the beautiful, look how beautifully, how it reconciles together, yani. That if you want to imply multiplicity in the action, multiply the middle letter, subhanallah. You multiply the middle letter and it will give the meaning of multiply the action. It will give the meaning of what? Of multiplying the action by you multiplying the letter. It's as if you're telling the one you're speaking to, see, I multiplied the middle letter in the verb so you can understand the multiplicity in the action. Understand? Yes, exactly. So if one would like to express killed a lot instead of he killed, all he needs to do is convert qatala to what? To fa'ala. Fa'ala. So come on, build from qatala fa'ala. How would you say it? Qattala. then instead of the verb meaning he killed before the increase due to doubling the ain, it would mean after the increase what? He killed a lot. Understood? So here we can say, we can see that one of the meanings which fa'ala is used for is what? Is multiplicity. Okay? Good? This one is good? Okay. غَفَرَ. What does غَفَرَ mean? He forgave. He forgave. Okay? Now, I don't want to say he forgave. I want to say he asked for forgiveness. Simple piece of cake. All I need to do is add a couple of letters to the same form and it will mean seeking. It will give you the meaning of seeking. Yani instead of saying طلب المغفرة, I would just say one word instead of saying 2 words or 3 words or 4 words. So if one would like to express he asked forgiveness instead of he forgave, all he needs to do is convert غفر to the scale استفعل. استفعل. So can you please build from غفر استفعل for me? How would you say that? استغفر. استفعل. استغفر. Then, instead of the verb meaning he forgave, before the increasing of the alif and the sin and the ta, it would now mean after the increase he asked forgiveness. Understand? And this is istaghfara, ista'ana, istaqama, ista'adha, etc. So here we can see that one of the meanings which istafa'ala is used for is what? Seeking. Understand? Clear? Until here is clear? Good. Now, these are the most common meanings which al-if'al is used for. What is al-if'al? Al-if'al is the verbal noun of the verb af'ala. What do we benefit from this? Here, the scholars, they name the chapters after the masdar of that chapter. Got it? The scholars, they name the chapters after its masadir, after its masdar. So for example, chapter 1 is أفعل يفعل إفعالا. So they say this is the chapter of al-if'al. Okay? فعل يفعل تفعيلا. Yes. Naturally, yes. They say this is the chapter of taf'il. فعل يفاعل مفاعلة. They say this is the chapter of al-mufa'ala, etc. Got that one? Yes. Now, this chapter, which is the first chapter that we're in, it is used, we gave you, a while ago, just now, we gave you demonstrations of different meanings for which verbs are formed. That's a grammatical issue that you will learn in grammar, inshallah. Okay? Yes, I will repeat. So, the scholars, they name the chapters after the masdar. They use the verbal noun as a name for the chapter. Got it? So for example, the verbal noun of this chapter, af'ala, is if'al. So they say this is the chapter of al-if'al. Okay? Now this chapter, which is chapter 1, is used for a lot of meanings. These are the most common in front of you. It can be used for at-ta'diyah, and at-ta'diyah means including the verb, the meaning of making, and that I have already demonstrated it for you. Okay? It could also mean it could also أفعل could be built from فعل to imply removal. I will explain those thoroughly. I'm just going to give you an overview of what's coming ahead, inshallah. A quick overview, okay? Basically this is أفعل, this is this chapter in a nutshell. The third meaning is called الصيرورة. And الصيرورة is turning the receiver in the sentence into a possessor of whatever the verb is derived from. And all of these shall come, inshallah. Okay? All of these shall come, inshallah. Alright? So these are the main meanings that we are all going to take, inshallah. We're going to demonstrate each meaning and explain to you how it works. Okay? Until here is good? Okay. Whiteboard number 4. Yeah, if you can print the screen if you want, no problem. طيب. Now let us congregate this chapter. This is the congregation of the chapter, of this chapter. You notice that it is the same way that the 3-letter verbs are conjugated. No difference at all. No difference at all. Same way that you have conjugated the 3-letter verb, you conjugate this verb. Same thing. The same additions, nothing different. The same additions at the end and at the beginning of the mudari'. Okay? So we say أخرجت, just as we said فعلت. No, this is not mahmuz. Your fellow colleague, she said it is mahmuz. Is that correct? Very good. This is not an original letter for it to be mahmuz. Because mahmuz means that the hamza is in the original letter. And the hamza here is not an original letter. Understood? Clear? أيوة. طيب. أخرجت. So this is salim basically. Yes. Yes, and I don't need to do that again, yes? Because here you can see that already already what? Yes, أخرجت, yes, exactly. خرجت means what? Yes, yes. It means I came out. أخرجت, I got out. Got it? I got out, as in I got out something. I got something out. Or I took out. I got out or I took out. واضح? Or I brought out, yes. All the meanings that are equal to this, you can translate the same way, no problem. Yeah, instead of saying, what does in English, what's another way for saying I made something come out? I took it out. I got it out. I brought it out. واضح? Or I showed it. I exposed it, etc. واضح? أي نعم. So أخرجت, it means what? It means I took out or I brought out, etc. واضح؟ بارك الله فيكم. طيب نعم. So أخرجت is خرجت and more to it. What's more to it in أخرجت than خرجت? Making. Very good, very good. Making. Understood? بارك الله فيكم. This is clear. Yes, إن شاء الله تعالى. طيب. طيب. خرجنا. What does خرجنا mean? Huh? خرجنا, we came out. Not we brought out. خرجنا, not أخرجنا. خرجنا. And we're going to start from the three-letter verb, and then we're going to gradually go to the what? To the addition. Okay? That's my point. For you to see the difference. So خرجنا means we came out. أخرجنا, that means we brought out. Just as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, yes, I'll give you now the verses with whatever I can, inshaAllah. فأخرجنا من كان فيها فأخرجنا من كان فيها من المؤمنين. You're confused about what? See what it says in the interpretation? We brought out. See? Yes. Tell me, where's the confusion? See, barakallah fikum. We came out. Kharajna, we came out. What's the problem in that? Kharajna. Kharajna, we came out. After adding the hamza to kharajna, it will become what? Akhrajna, right? And we said here we explained the difference between them. See, here. See, if one would like to express making go out instead of going out, all he needs to do is convert kharaja to af'ala. Then instead of the verb meaning he went out, it will mean now he made go out. Yani he brought out, he took out. Where's the confusion exactly? It's understood? So basically we are converting. That's what we're doing. We are converting. What is sarf? Remember, what is the definition of sarf? Turning the masdar into different what? Different forms. In order, why? What's the purpose? To imply different meanings. See? So we here, what did we do? We converted kharaja to what? To akhraja. Why? To add the meaning of making. Now understood? Confusion gone now? طيب جيد. So let's go back inshallah. So akhrajna means we took out, we brought out. Okay. Give me the three-letter verb of this one. The three-letter one. Yani its origin, what it was taken from. Aywa. Kharajta. Aywa. Kharajta means what? Kharajta. You came out. Yes, you came out. Kharajta. Okay, instead of that, I want to say you brought out. I bring it to af'ala. You got it? I turn it to af'ala. It will eventually mean what? I brought out. أخرجت. واضح؟ طيب. This one, how do I say the three-letter verb? خرجتي. خرجتي means you female came out. So if I want to say you female brought out, I say what? أخرجتي. Okay? خرجتما, it will become what? Good, alhamdulillah. أخرجتما. Yani it will become what? Now we got the picture. If we got the picture, we move a bit faster, yeah? أخرجتما. وإياكم. أخرجتم. طيب. خرجتم. It will become what? أخرجتم. And so on. See, you notice that the conjugations are the same. We're adding the same letters. We're silencing the end of the verb, right? Whenever there's a pronoun which has a haraka, we're doing the same thing. Same principles applied, that's right. أخرجتن, that means all of you females brought out, etc. واضح؟ خرج will become what? أخرج والذي أخرج مرعى والأرض بعد ذلك دحاها. أيوة أحسنتي. أخرج منها ماءها ومرعاها. وأغطش ليلها وأخرج ضحاها. You see? All of those meanings he brought out, he brought out, he brought out. هو الذي did what? الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب. هو الذي space الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب. هو الذي أخرج الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب. and so on. واضح؟ clear بارك الله فيكم. خرجت أخرجت وأخرجت الأرض وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها. ليس كذلك؟ أيوة. خرج it will become what? أخرج أخرج أخرج. طيب أخرجت أخرجوا أخرجوا. This one. يلا I will point and you spell إن شاء الله. أخرجنا. أحسنتم. Now see this one. Be careful. Don't you dare say أخرجوا. It's not وعليكم السلام. It is what? Because we told you the letter of the mudari takes what? Takes a dhamma in the 3 plus 1. So أخرجوا, that means I bring out. I bring out. واضح؟ أخرجوا. طيب this one. نخرج, that means we bring out. وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا. لنخرج به حبا ونباتا. Here the end of the verb was given a fatha because of a grammatical reason. That you will learn in grammar, inshallah. Okay? The board is centered, barakallahu feeki. If I move it to the right, it will be a problem. Try and move your board to the middle. طيب. Okay. This one. نخرج منه حبا متراكبا. أحسنتي بارك الله فيك. نعم أحسنتي. This is better than. نخرج منه حبا متراكبا ومن النخل. Yes أحسنتي. نعم. تخرج is what? تخرج is you bring out. Bring مضارع. You bring out. Okay. تخرج. أحسنتي بارك الله فيك. تخرج. تخرج الموتى بإذني. نعم أحسنتي. كتاب أنزلناه إليك لتخرج الناس. نعم. تخرجين. That is the addition from تخرجين. تخرجين means you go out, but تخرجين means you bring out. واضح؟ تخرجاني and so on. You got the idea? تخرجاني، تخرجون، تخرجن. يخرج. ايش؟ no. لا تخرجن. نعم. من أرضنا أو لا تعودن. نعم تخرجن. That is تخرجون. That is تخرجون. But because the noon of emphasizing was added. نعم. أحسنتي. نعم. So it is not the same. That we will teach you in this phase. In this phase we will teach you how to emphasize the verb by adding the noon. Okay? يخرج. ليخرج الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات من الظلمات إلى النور. يخرج الحي من الميت. واضح؟ And in سورة البقرة فادع لنا ربك يخرج لنا. سورة البقرة verse number 61. نعم. تخرج يعني she brings out. يخرجاني both of them bring out. تخرجاني both of them females bring out. يخرجون والذين كفروا أولياؤهم الطاغوت. What's next? يخرجونهم يعني they bring them out. They take them out. يخرجون الرسول وإياكم أن تؤمنوا بالله ربكم إن كنتم خرجتم جهادا. ليس كذلك؟ يخرجنا. واضح بارك الله فيكم. Clear? Understood? Okay, this is your homework. This is your homework. Okay? Now, watch how your homework is done. Okay? You're with me, right? طيب. C. خرج زيد. How would I say it now? أخرج. أخرج زيد. أخرج زيد. أخرج زيد. خرج زيد means Zaid came out. Now that I said أخرج زيد, what does it mean? Zaid brought out. What do we... Yes. Zaid brought out, instead of saying made to come out, brought out, because it's the same thing. Okay, now what do we benefit from this? Kharaja, is it transitive or intransitive? Kharaja. It's intransitive, right? No. Kharaja, not akhraja. Kharaja. Kharaja is intransitive. Because you don't say he came out something. Right? Can we say this? It makes sense? He came out something? He went out something? No. Intransitive. Now, when you turn kharaja into akhraja, not only do you add the meaning, you also turn it to being a transitive verb. Why? Because you have added the meaning making. And making is what? Is transitive. Understood? Barakallahu feekum? So now we have to add as an object. Because Zaid, akhraja Zaydun means Zaid brought out. Okay, brought out what? So there has to be something that he brought out. So we say, for example, akhraja Zaydun kitabahu. Yani Zaid brought out his book. واضح؟ طيب. Okay. جلس بكر. What does جلس بكر mean? Bakr sat. See, if I want to say, instead of Bakr sat, I want to say Bakr made someone sit. Ya salam. Allahu Akbar. I just add the Hamza to Jalasa. Just that. So it will be Ajlasa Bakrun. Yani Bakr made sit down. Made who sit down? You decide. It's your sentence. You use it, you decide. أجلس بكر مثلا ولده. ولده. What does that mean? يعني Bakr sat his boy up. صح؟ يعني if his child is still not balanced, cannot balance himself to sit, say أجلس بكر ولده. That means Bakr sat up his boy. واضح? Or his child, because walad means child, by the way. This is a common mistake that people have. They think that walad is only for the boy. But walad is used for the boy and the girl. طيب. Khalid. Yes. ذهب Khalid. What does it mean, ذهب? ذهب Khalid. Khalid left. Khalid? No, not went out. ذهب means he went, not went out. Because he could go to the other side of the room. No, it's not necessary that he goes out. ليس كذلك. You have to be students of knowledge. You have to be precise. In front of you is the word of Allah and the sunnah of the Prophet. Tomorrow, when you have the Arabic and you start interpreting by yourselves to the people, you have to be precise. Otherwise, and each word counts. You see, when the scholars speak, you think they're just speaking just words just like that. No, they put to account for themselves in each word they utter. So learn from now to be precise. واضح? So ذهب خالد, and that is why you should abide by what the teacher teaches you. Because if you add something, it might not be meant from the word. And in this case, who knows best? The one giving knowledge or the one taking? The one giving. واضح? طيب. ذهب خالد. Khalid means he went. He went. Okay? Also, not necessarily he left. على كل حال, he went. So if I want to say he made someone go, I say what? أذهب. أذهب خالد. Just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, الذي أذهب عنا الحزن, who made the worry, the grief go away from us. Ya salam. أذهب خالد. Yes. Yalla, أذهب what? What did Khalid made go away? أذهب خالد. زيدا. يعني let's make it more interesting. أذهب خالد what? قطة or قطة? أذهب خالد the horse. الله المستعان. كباءته. يا سلام. جيد جيد. أيوة جيد. أذهب خالد, for example, همه. Or يلا كأبته. Because we say همه because it's easier, yeah? So I hope you don't mind that I use another word from you which gives the same meaning. همه. همه means what? His? Yes, his sorrow. How did Khalid cause his sorrow or his grief to go away? How did he do that? By Quran, by dhikr. By the dua, not by music. Music brings more هم, more. أليس كذلك؟ نعم. And we took this from where? From the dua. Which dua? اللهم إني عبدك ابن عبدك ابن أمتك ناصيتي بيدك ماض في حكمك عدل في قضاؤك أسألك بكل اسم هو لك. I ask you by every name which is yours. أنزلته في كتابك, which you have revealed down in your book, أو علمته أحدا من خلقك, or taught any of your slaves, or استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك, or kept unknown with you. أن تجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلبي. That you make the great Quran what? What does ربيع قلبي mean? What does الربيع mean? The Rabi' is the field which has beautiful scenery, different colors, delightful, the delightful garden in sight. Okay? Yes. So here it's giving, resembling the Quran to a beautiful garden with plenty colorful plants. The Quran has different colorful meanings that the heart that delights the heart. ربيع قلبي ونور صدري وجلاء حزني وذهاب همي. That's the point. ذهاب همي, the going away of my sorrow. واضح؟ نعم. طيب. محمد, ضحك محمد. What does ضحك محمد mean? ضحك Muhammad laughed. So I want to say that Muhammad made laugh. أضحك محمد what? زوجه. What does that mean? أضحك محمد زوجه. Muhammad made his wife laugh. Yes. نعم نعم. زوجه. That you can say زوجه and you can say زوجته also. Both works. نعم. طيب عادة هند or عادة هند. You can say both. You can say Hindu or Hindun. عادة Hind, what does that mean? That means Hind came back. Hind returned. So how do we say Hind brought someone back or brought something back? أعادت هند. أعادت هند. Yes, كتابها. Let's give something different because kitab we mentioned in the beginning. بنتها. Okay, بنتها. جيد. بنتها. She brought back her daughter from school, for example. بنتها. جاء المخاض. How come the ain? The ain is silenced. Which ain? The ain for him? Because it is a noun. That's how it's said. No. You mean the alif. That we will explain to you, insha'Allah. That we will explain to you, insha'Allah ta'ala. واضح? طيب. المخاض. جاء المخاض. What does المخاض mean? What does جاء mean? He came or it came. المخاض is what? Is the pain of childbirth. Is the pain of childbirth. So if I want to say instead of the pain of childbirth came, I want to say it drove. It made someone come. It drove. So I say what? أجاء. I just add the hamza. All you need to do is add the hamza. That's all. Huh? All you need to do is add the hamza. That's all you need to do. أجاء المخاض مريم إلى جذع النخلة. مريم. يعني the pain of childbirth drove Mary to where? As Allah said in the Quran, to the trunk of the date palm, as in Surah number 19, verse number 23. ضل قطب. Huh? ضل, what does it mean? ضل قطب. Huh? يعني قطب went astray. Went astray. واضح? Okay, instead of me saying قطب went astray, I want to say قطب caused to go astray. I just add the hamza. Yes, led someone astray, that's better. I just add the hamza. All I need to do is add the hamza. And I say what? أضل. 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 أضل قطب. الناس. يعني قطب made the people go astray. واضح؟ طيب عائشة. بكت عائشة. بكت عائشة, that means Aisha cried or wept. So if I want to say Aisha made someone cry, in a good way of course, أبكت. Just add the hamza, that's all. أبكت عائشة. أبكت عائشة. أحسنتي. صديقاتها. صديقاتها. يعني she made her friends cry. يعني from reminders, يعني reminders. وقف عمرو. وقف عمرو. عمر stood. Or stopped, you can say, no problem. Same. No problem. Also that works. Now I want to say he stopped someone else. أوقف عمرو المنكر. The munkar. Clear? I wanted to explain this, but it looks like we're out of time. Let me see what's here. Yeah, those are two meanings that I wanted to add. But inshallah, you can take يعني take a snapshot of the screenshot. Okay? We're gonna show all the boards. Take a screenshot from each, inshallah. Who has questions? For those who have questions, type 1. Okay, then we'll give time, inshallah, for questions. Just do the screenshot now, and then we'll give time for questions. Hold on. Do the screenshots first. Hold on, hold on. Hold your questions for now. We'll give time, don't worry. Soon, soon. Okay. In the examples خرج جلس ذهب ضحك, the fa'ul kalima was silenced when Hamza added, but with جاء and عاد the fa is not silenced. Why? This we will explain later. Just as we have explained the different types of verbs and how they are conjugated, we will also explain it's the same way actually. It's the same, but we will see insha'Allah, we will work the different type of verbs with af'ala and we'll see how it works insha'Allah. And I will explain it to you then. Ya Ustadh, are these rules of 3 plus letters for all types of verbs, salim and ghayru salim? This we will explain insha'Allah ta'ala. And the class comes to my email at the same time, but when I try to connect, it's an hour away. That you need to contact the customer support in WizIQ, or your time in your computer, it might be set at a different state from where you are. So make sure that you set the timing for the state that you are in, so it could give you the correct timing. Okay? That's what I think is the problem. Questions. Would it be correct if we said that when we change the verb fa'ala to af'ala, we also make it transitive? Yes, it'd be correct. But don't make that a general principle. But say when we change the verb fa'ala to af'ala to imply making, we make it transitive. Understand? And sometimes, that also does not happen all the time. Sometimes, if you bring to af'ala, it causes to be intransitive. Okay, Ustadh, previously we had learned الدخول في الشيء زمانا ومكانا, but alhamdulillah we have now learned al-bulugh and also al-musadafa as al-isada. The question is that all right to stick to the old ones or we stick to the new ones? I'm very used to the old ones. Stick to both. Take both. In Arabic, you start with the verb and then add the subject. Yes. We add the verb, then the doer of the verb, then the receiver. Your homework is to study board 6 and board 7. Yes, always. By default. By default, we mention the verb, then the doer, then the receiver. If it is a transitive verb. No, not always. It's a lot of types of verbs and I get confused. You have to, that's why I told you, you have to Revise. Anything you learn, you have to revise. Yeah, so that's even more of a reason to revise. And you being slow, it's not a shame. Neither is it something bad. But all you need to do is revise. That's all. Do more revision until you get it, just like you get your name. جهله أخرج very same. Yes, جعله. Not جهله. جعله. جعله يخرج. How do I make screenshot of boards? It's the one that says PRT SC, print screen. Also, I think we should try to find examples ourselves for every topic. Well, that's every student and his striving and his effort and his personal effort. So the student, when he checks, when he does more effort in learning, this will bring about the fruits of his learning. The same class is available as executable file for later use. Yes, but usually it takes time, it takes an hour until the class is available. So some people have hard work to do before that class is made available, before the recording is made available. And some people, the time is very precious for them, mashallah. We have some serious, hardcore students of knowledge in here, and they are very careful about their times. So that's why they want to save that time. They might be busy in an hour, so they want to do everything now. Na'am. Notes in Sarf, sisters, are very good and helpful, also optimize. Wallah, very good is a little word. Naam. Ameen. 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 May Allah reward them greatly. Now, may Allah make this a means for them to be placed in the center of paradise. Yeah. And may He, by each letter the people read, may He expiate 100 sins by each letter. Yeah. This is, yes, Allah Ustaadh. You say Ameen and the angel will say وَلَكَ مِثْلُهُ إِنشَاءَ Allah. Say Ameen and then the angel will say وَلَكَ مِثْلُهُ, and to you is the likes of it. No. And for you wanting good for another, this is also of completing your iman. So if you be happy, if you cannot do the work of others, then one of the obligations is that you be happy that someone is doing it of this ummah. Yani doing an obligation of this ummah. And that is of al-iman as well. Of al-iman is that you are pleased that there are still people doing things that other people cannot do, of which Allah